The Gospel of Gold by G.S. Lewis. Chapter 47, Break of Dawn and Dream. There was nothing left to be said. With all her allies fainted, defected, or drawn away, Karen sat alone at last, cornered in the very place she had sought to rule from. As Gold watched her, he caught a glimpse of something strange on her face. His eyes blinked, and it was gone before he could focus. But he could have sworn he'd seen a smoky black mass wrapped about her shoulders, laden with scales. Then her expression changed, and he forgot all about the vision as he beheld the demoniac countenance. The eyes of the Dark Elite dilated, her face contorted with raw animal rage, and her whole body shook visibly. "Hell hath no fury," whispered Will, taking a slight step back. "It's mine!" she howled, lifting off her throne in her passion. "Johto is mine, to do with as I wish!" As the words tore violently from her throat, Karen flung one Pokeball after another. Each new Pokemon materialized prostrate and helpless upon the ground. Umbreon, Weavile, Gengar, Vileplume, Honchkrow, and Houndoom. The last gasp of a desperate despot. "If you try to remove me, you will doom yourselves! Without Petrol, I am the last barrier between Team Rocket and your homes tonight. Unless I command a halt, they will ravage and burn everything you hold dear!" Her hand, clutching the powdered revival medicine, had initially shifted toward her downed Umbreon. At the word burn, however, she abruptly changed course and sprinkled the substance upon Houndoom's body instead. The black hellhound leapt to its feet at once with a snarl. "This is pointless," breathed Will into Lance's ear, still loud enough for Gold to catch. "She's lost control of her mind, and I can read everything. She'll let it all burn anyway, as punishment to everyone who rejected her." "The thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy," sighed Lance. "Dragonite!" But Houndoom uttered a surprised yelp, drenched in the face by a sudden spurt of water. Everyone turned to the source, Marina, arm outstretched in command, while Croconaw posed with open jaws, post-water gun. Karen was livid. "Houndoom!" she screamed, pointing at Marina and Gold. "Incinerate them all! Starting there!" Like Kingdra before it, Houndoom managed to belch the beginnings of a flamethrower. Then, a hydroblast from Dragonite barreled into it like a fire hose, throwing the creature back into its trainer. So great was the force that Pokemon and Master alike were flipped out of the chair and bashed into the stone statue behind it. There they lay motionlessly, sopping wet, and made no move to rise again. Dragonite turned, and Gold saw it give an apologetic look to Lance, though whether it was for using excessive force on Karen, or merely dislodging the throne, he wasn't sure. "It's okay," Lance assured with a smile. Haste was needed. His smile fell away, replaced by a serious expression. "It still is. The Ecruteak Police Department informed me that they were going to Yellow Alert tonight, but I didn't get to check the status of the other cities. This place was barren when we arrived, though, which means the gym leaders guarding it rushed home." His eyes widened, and Gold watched him turn authoritatively toward the video screen. "Blackthorn Group," spoke the champion. "Make sure the city is secure, then get home as quickly as you can. There is much damage control to be done tonight, but hope is in speed. If there are any Pokemon trainers watching this broadcast, do not sleep tonight. Help is coming, but in the meantime, defend your towns from attack." Gold did not return to jail that night, as he had expected to. Shortly after Bruno took charge of League HQ, and Lance had flown off to assist the cities, Will teleported the Ecruteak trio back home. However, When Gold's vertigo wore off and his vision returned, he saw the familiar surroundings of a Pokemon Center. A scream rang out from behind the counter as the nurse caught sight of them. "You again!" she exhaled, her shock turning to outrage. "That's twice in one... Will? I've got a woman with a concussion here," said the psychic, shifting an unconscious Karen in his arms. "She's dangerous, but as long as she has no Pokemon and these handcuffs are applied, we should be okay just watching her. No questions, please," he added, fast-talking as she opened her mouth to speak. "Just get this done discreetly, and we'll be out of your hair by morning." Gold, Marina, and Genichi watched the one-sided exchange with dumbfounded fascination. "Right to the point," Gold commented. "He got his confidence back pretty quickly. If he ever really lost it in the first place," murmured Genichi. He let out his breath in a slow exhale. "Phew, I'm exhausted. I just want to go home." At that, Will's head snapped around just as he finished placing Karen's body on a gurney. "Do you not understand the meaning of discreet?" he said curtly. "For goodness sake, quit standing around and close the blinds! Gold, lock the door! This Pokemon Center is closed for the night on account of the Team Rocket threat." "What?" protested Marina. "That's precisely why it should remain open! What if Team Rocket attacks and our defenders need healing?" "They won't," Genichi assured her calmly. "This is sacred territory. The only Rocket allowed here is Tom." "I have to go," said Will, hurrying up to them. "It's my duty to undo as much of this mess as I can. I'll leave a Pokemon to guard the city, but I expect it won't be needed. Until I return, you three make sure that Karen doesn't move an inch from that back room. And if that nurse so much as looks at her phone, have Croconaw eat it." Startled, Gold looked up at him. "You're entrusting Karen to us? When there's a police station 3 blocks away?" "The less people who know about her location, the better," Will insisted. "It's just for tonight. If you have trouble staying awake, sleep in shifts, or watch TV, you've got the easiest job of anyone at this point." Gold glanced at his companions and noted the fatigue on their faces. After all they had been through, they had no mind to join the battling this night. "Thank you," said Marina, grasping Will's sleeve as he began to turn away. He looked back curiously. "For saving your lives?" he questioned. "I didn't, and I wouldn't have been able to." "For willing to, then," said Gold with a smile. The psychic elite cast his eyes down, looking embarrassed. He opened his mouth to say something, seemed to think better of it, and was gone in another flash. Gold looked around, then perked up as a thought came to him. "I wonder if my dad's here." "Secrecy, Gold," Genichi reminded him apologetically. "We're all taking one for the team tonight. Come on, let's go to the back and check the soundproofing. Karen can scream like a banshee."